welcome to the Irked podcast. You're listening to Michael.
And Zach.
This week, we're a little bit older, we're a little bit wiser, a little bit more prepared, and we're talking about shopping.
Yeah.
What irks you about shopping?
To be honest, a more accurate question might be, what doesn't irk me about shopping? Do you like to try on clothes when you're shopping?
If I'm clothes shopping, yes.
You do, you always try them on?
I don't always try them on. If I know for a fact they will fit me, brilliant. But I will try them on if there is any doubt.
See, that is my philosophy in life when it comes to shopping and trying on clothes, because I have many philosophies in life and they're all very specific to whatever action I'm completing at the time. If it's a size that I know will fit me, why do I need to try it on?
You don't.
You don't. And yet, whoever you're shopping with will say, "Oh, are you gonna go and try these on?" No, I'm not.
I know they will fit.
I know they will fit. Yeah.
I mean, I could understand if you weren't sure that you liked it. Like, I like the look of this. I don't know whether it would suit me in that situation.
Yeah.
But then I don't think I've ever really been in that situation, to be honest. I've always had
Because
my
I
mind
look
quite
good in
made up.
anything. I would look good in a
I just
bin
know I'll
bag.
look equally terrible in whatever I pick. So.
Oh, very humble, very humble.
Very
I don't
humble.
Take the humble approach. Yeah, I find it annoying when people insist on you trying on clothes when you know that you got a pretty good idea of what it's going to look on you. You don't need to try it on. Like, girls will go shopping and they'll take like 10 dresses in. They only take 10 because 10 is the maximum you can take in.
Is that right? There is a limit.
Well, I know in one shop I went to recently, 10 was the limit. And yeah, so they'll take like the maximum number of things in, try on, and they'll all be in the same changing room, squeaking and squealing away. And you're sitting outside like, why? If you know that it's your size and you can see what the dress looks like or whatever it is, why do you need to try it on?
That's true.
This could actually start off a whole load of hate speech from our female listeners.
Yeah, well, like we have any.
Do you not think we have female listeners?
I think we have a listener.
One female listener.
Oh, potentially. Who knows?
Your wife.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Or my mum.
What else irks you about shopping?
What irks me about shopping is people splitting between cash and card for small amounts.
Okay. Yeah.
That bothers me.
What if they are at their last few pounds and they have no other choice?
See, then I totally get it. If it is for a valid reason, either, you're trying to use up some change and you're just like, here, can you take the change?
I feel like that's not a valid reason to split money.
I would say is another one being a bit skint. Fair enough. What annoys me is when people have like £200 of shopping, clearly not skint,
right? Yet
they're splitting it between cash and card. It's like, guys, really? Do you actually need to do this? I feel it's just poor planning. Either you've taken out too much money, so there's not enough in the account, or you've not taken out enough money to pay for it all in one go.
Especially if they have all of the cash that they need in there.
I know, exactly. It's even that was my next point. Even worse, someone has more than enough cash, yet they're like, "Oh, I want to hold on to this cash for later." No,
it's pointless.
Just draw more cash out if that's what you're going to do. Better
off in the bank, isn't it?
That's what I would say.
Well, it depends on your trust in banks, I suppose. What about so that's fashion shopping. What about supermarket shopping?
Now I actually got some facts and figures around supermarket shopping.
Interesting.
Now, averagely, again, some sketchy Google research, not 100% foolproof. Averagely, we go food shopping 1.6 times a week.
It's averagely
in the
a
UK.
word.
Averagely.
Is
on
that a
average. Word? I don't know. I'm going to say it now.
I'm going to look it up.
Oh, fine. All right. On average, we go food shopping 1.6 times a week. I don't know what the 0.6 is. Maybe it's just popping out rather than going out.
1.6 times. How many times have you been shopping this week? I've been 1.3 times. I'm just going to walk towards the shop.
I'm just going to get a loaf
of the way.
Yeah. Just to get another 0.3, yeah. So, on average, we spend 60 hours a year just doing normal food shopping.
Right.
And that irks me. 60 hours. And I went shopping today and I thought, you know what, I actually tried to go quite quickly.
60 hours of what?
60 hours a year on grocery shopping. And so I went and I actually finished shopping quite quickly today. It only took me about 20 minutes. Now, partly that was because I was trying to go quickly, and partly because I forgot £1 for the trolley, so I was carrying it in baskets and my arms were hurting.
Oh, yes.
Not a good day for Michael.
You should get a token.
I should have done. Yeah, well, we have one. I just forgot to take it.
That's poor planning.
It was very, and I freely admit that. But that annoyed me, that it actually was twice as fast today, purely because I actually thought I'm not going to dilly-dally, and I obviously had to carry everything. Usually I am in there for about 45 minutes.
Wow.
And that's just 45 minutes out of my time every single week. And if we're going at least once.
I feel like 60 hours a year is probably a good average. Averagely is a word, by the way.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, it's in the Oxford Dictionary. Okay. What about if you're at the till and someone starts talking to you?
Well, that depends. Is it the cashier?
It's not the cashier, it's the person behind you. So it's really awkward because you're sort of like, they seem like they want to talk to me. Do I turn around? I'm going to lose track of where my shopping is on the conveyor belt.
Yeah, you don't want to lose track of your place, that little divider.
But you don't want to be rude. You don't want to be rude and continue facing towards the cashier.
I do have a solution to this.
Well, I would love to hear this.
When I go shopping by myself, I wear headphones.
Cut out the problem altogether.
You just cut out the middleman. Did it today. I got to listen to tunes, and then as soon as I'm actually ready to start packing my own shopping, headphones down, speak to the cashier, headphones back up again. You're fine.
Wow, that's genius. Ingenious.
That is the one way I have actually managed to get out of speaking to strangers, is just by putting headphones on.
Hashtag people are morons. Okay, and what about if people are incorrectly using the conveyor belt?
When you say incorrectly using, do you mean like sitting on, or?
You know, when they hop up there, they start doing a little jig, and you're like, get down.
Yeah.
Not that kind of down, because you're clearly good at what you do.
They hop on there, draw a barcode on the forehead, and go, "I'm a chicken."
So how many times have you seen that happen?
Yeah, a lot.
What I'm saying is, I suppose specifically when people put bottles of beer or wine upright on the conveyor belt.
Yes.
And you're looking at it thinking, how long is it before it just...
Yeah,
timber! There goes the Malbec all over the shop floor.
that's gonna go, yeah.
And but they do it. You're looking at 40 or 50-year-old men that clearly should know better, and they put them upright, and it's just why? I mean, they're going to fall.
I'm quite paranoid when it comes to bottles, especially glass bottles. I lay them down. I pack square items around them to stop them rolling about.
Because you don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be the guy who breaks a bottle of wine or a bottle of beer in the middle of the shop floor.
No, regardless of whether you have to pay for it or not.
I dropped a Marmite jar in the middle of the shop one time. I felt terrible for weeks.
Oh, wow. And some of the guys that were cleaning it up loved it, but some of them hated it.
I imagine they did.
Yeah.
I mean, I told them right away I felt dreadful. They wouldn't let me pay for it either. They were very nice about the whole thing, I must say.
Did you try to pay for it?
I said, "I'm really sorry, I will pay for that." I dropped it. It wasn't like someone budged me or anything. I just dropped it. So I felt naturally it's my fault. I just smashed it on the floor in hate. I hate Marmite.
I don't hate Marmite.
I love Marmite.
I love it also.
Are you one of those weird people that puts it in drinks?
What?
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Well, there's some people, because I was speaking to someone, I said, "Oh, I absolutely love Marmite." And me too. You know what you need to do? Just get a mug of boiling water, get a teaspoon of Marmite and stir it in.
That's what's missing from my afternoons.
Apparently, that's a thing people do.
No, that's crazy.
I haven't even tried this. I don't recommend that anybody does. Because if you do love Marmite, that's going to put you off.
Yeah, probably.
It will.
Yeah. Do you know what I love those? The Marmite Walker's Crisps. They're amazing.
Oh, well, yeah, they are good, yeah.
They are good. But, they don't do them now, do they? It was just a special promotion.
I mean, they should bring them back.
They should do it as standard.
I do have some other figures here about shopping, not specifically food shopping. Although, actually, I did read that you buy high-calorie items when you're hungry. So if you're not hungry and you go shopping, you're more likely to buy healthy stuff.
Okay.
Which was
Makes sense.
interesting. Yeah. As of this year, 1 in every £5 is spent online when it comes to shopping.
Really?
Yeah, one pound in 5. That means it's gone up since in 2013.
So that's 20%, isn't it?
Yeah, in 2013 it was 10%. It was £1 in 10.
Wow.
And it's gone up to 20% in 6 years.
Wow.
And out of that 1 in every 5 spent online, half of the shopping done online is done on phones.
Oh my goodness. So 10% of all shopping ever in the world is done on your mobile device.
Well, this was for the UK, but I'm guessing it is scalable to quite a lot of other countries as well. That's specifically the UK. These figures though.
That is amazing.
Oh, so 20% of all shopping is done online, and half of that on your phone.
Modern world we live in, Michael.
Like, that was amazing to me. I did not think
I can just picture you staring at the screen, open-mouthed, blinking.
I actually was. And it kind of baffled me because I was trying to think, do I spend £1 in every 5 online? I don't think I do.
I bet you were more confused than a chap who can't figure out why he shouldn't stand his bottle upright on the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Why it keeps falling down.
I mean, that's not really a confusing issue. I think they should know that straight away, but yes.
They should, but some people are more confused than others.
They are.
Any other things that irk you, or any other interesting statistics?
I think I am flat out of interesting statistics. One thing that does irk me is people who get something, and we've all been there. You pick something up.
I know where you're going.
You're going around the shop and you go, actually, you know what?
Oh no.
I don't need this.
Oh no.
Or I would rather get that than this.
Uh-oh.
What do you do? As a responsible human person,
well,
let me ask you, Zach.
I know what I would do.
And what is that?
I would go back to where I got it from and put it back in the appropriate place.
You put it back where you got it.
Yes.
So why am I finding packs of enchiladas next to the frozen peas? Okay? That's not acceptable behaviour. Honestly, no matter where you are in the shop, even I could understand it if you
Is it
mistakenly
specifically always enchiladas and always
no,
frozen
that was just the example that
It's
happened
just
today.
Okay.
This is what happened today, and it annoyed
that
me.
literally happened today.
It happened today.
But you don't put enchiladas with the frozen peas.
No, you don't.
I hate it when people do that.
Oh, it
with
annoyed me
any
so
item
much.
in general.
I can understand if you put something, like say, something looks very similar. You're in like the, I don't know, whatever aisle you got your item from.
Noodles.
You put noodles, and you put it next to the wrong type of noodles because they look very similar. Okay, fair enough.
It's similar,
This was the other side of the shop.
They did it deliberately, almost. Probably.
Choices were made.
Almost.
Someone clearly values frozen peas over enchiladas.
What shall I have for dinner today? Enchiladas or frozen peas? Immediately, they've made the wrong choice.
I'm guessing just because of the aisle they were in, they rethought their dinner entirely. Because it's not like you would just swap enchiladas for a bulk.
They decided to have a roast
frozen
dinner.
peas.
Well, they've decided too late, let me tell you. Because you know you have to slow cook your meat from the morning if you're going to do a roast.
If you're going to do a roast.
So they've got that wrong for a start.
That really bugged me. I saw them do it as well.
You saw them do it?
I saw them do it.
Did you not wrestle them to the ground and say, look here, you, pointing them in the face?
But then I would be the stranger talking to people at the shop.
But you'd be wearing your headphones,
so they couldn't talk back. I would just reprimand them. Listen here, you.
And then you march off with the enchiladas back to the spot. What a hero! What a hero! I hate it when I can't find a particular item that I want to get in the shop because the world has changed. Now, you know, a lot of people now are into low fat, zero sugar, zero everything food.
Rubbish. Basically,
you might as well eat corrugated cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for lemonade in my favourite shop. It's my favourite, so I will continue to shop there. And I found the lemonade, but it all said diet on it. I don't know if I'm the only one who gets annoyed about this, but just because that's the growing trend now that people want zero sugar, zero fat, zero food, zero drink, why should I have to suffer and not be able to buy a good old bottle of old-fashioned, full-fat lemonade to have in a shandy? Because I had to use diet.
I do get where you're coming from. It is annoying when there are more... I don't know what the word is, but more like vegan or gluten-free options than there are actual normal options.
Yeah, I feel like there should always be normal options. There should always be alternative dietary options.
I don't mind if they taste exactly the same, but the fact is they don't. No matter how much people campaign that they all taste the same, they really don't.
This is precisely my point. You can't have corn bacon sandwiches and think that it's bacon.
No, you cannot have, vegan sausages and expect me to believe it's a Mattison's. It's not going to work.
A what?
Mattison's.
Oh, Mattison's, yeah. No, you can't. Mattison's. Because with Mattison's you get the but with the what do you call it, Linda McCartney. I'm sure she's a lovely woman, but it's vegetarian food. But you can't eat a vegetarian sausage and go Mattison's.
No idea
Number
who
one,
Linda
it's not
McCartney
Mattison's.
was.
Number two, I'm pretty sure I've got that name right. I'm thinking now, have I just made it up?
Well, I don't know who she is to begin with, so I won't be able to correct you.
As I say, I'm sure she's a lovely. Yeah, look her up. But she, it's frozen vegetarian food, alternative meat or meat alternatives. Yeah, it's just not the same as using a normal sausage, is it?
I was once actually at a wedding event, like a wedding show, where you go to kind of advertise businesses for weddings in general, and I was handing out samples of a beef and pork sausage that we were cooking on a grill that day. And I was walking about, would you like to try some of this? It's this spice, that spice, it's beef, it's pork. It's lovely, off you go.
Sounds amazing.
Walked up to a few people, of course, loads of people around going, oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Then this one girl said to me, she goes, oh, thanks, yeah, that's lovely. I'll come and check out the grill in a bit. But don't bother talking to that group of girls behind me. They're vegans, so they're not going to go near it. But I really liked it. I was like, oh, okay, thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
Consider it.
Yeah, very.
As I'm walking past them, however, they've kind of clocked that I've been going around, and a couple of them turn around and go, oh, we'll have some. And I go, oh, okay.
But I thought you were vegan.
Well, she told me that. Perhaps she was wrong,
Perhaps she was lying and wanted all the sausages to herself.
Well, they both picked one up. And he went, oh, yeah, so what is it? And I went, well, it's beef and pork. And they went, it's meat.
Oh, my goodness.
And I was like, yeah.
Oh, I'm on the edge of a rant, but I'm not going to do it.
I was like, did you not see the massive grill over yonder? And they went, oh, we're vegan. We're not having that.
How can you see a sausage and think it's not meat?
And then they put it down, and I was like, and then they gave me a nasty look, and I was like, well, sorry, love.
You're just doing your job.
I was just walking past you. I was already told you were vegan. You were the ones that nearly ate meat. Not my fault at all.
How can you see what were they in? Was it in like slices?
It was little slices of the sausage with a cocktail stick in.
When you see it.
And honestly, I smelt like beef on it. I've been cooking it all morning.
I didn't smell like hummus or tofu.
No.
And yet.
Do I smell like celery? No.
Hey girls, do I smell like celery?
I smell like burgers, be honest.
I don't know how you can see a plate of meat and think, I bet that's not meat. It's like looking at a salad and asking why there's no protein in it. Isn't it?
That is very true. Why isn't there sugar in this salad? Because it's a salad, Roy.
Roy, you're better off going to that stall over there where they have sugar.
Linda Oh, okay. So Linda McCartney is, or was, it says on here, an American musician, photographer,
Oh,
animal rights activist, and entrepreneur. So maybe she does do
oh.
like.
Did you not find anything about the vegetarian food?
I didn't find anything
Maybe I've got
vegetarian,
the
but it says
wrong.
animal rights. Oh, here we go. Linda McCartney food.
Yes.
Yeah, so she does do like
Yes.
vegetarian meals, and
I
I mean, it
knew I
says
got it right.
she was an animal rights activist.
How do you feel about elevators?
Elevators.
Yeah, so you're in a shop that's got more than one level. It's got an elevator. The escalator's broken, so you have to take the elevator.
I mean, I would never call it an elevator. I'd call it a lift.
Okay.
So I feel
okay.
I feel very irked about these elevators. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Is
I
there a
was in
machine nearby that could
USA.
elevate me to the first floor?
No.
Why
but
do
there's
they
a
call
lift
it...
over there, mate.
Why do they call it the first floor, by the way? Because you know that the first floor you go into a shop on, it's always called the ground floor, but you know that it is the first floor, isn't it? Because it's the first floor.
It's the first.
There's just
floor
no other way of putting it.
I mean, are they doing it from like an aerial view? The first one you see, the first floor.
I wouldn't have thought so.
I mean, I don't get why it's called that, but it is. I'm just trying to think of a possible reason.
That really irks me. Speaking of shopping, which is obviously related. First floor. I think we need a whole restructuring of society, if I'm honest.
Whole restructuring.
And we should call the ground floor the first floor.
You ever notice that all the men's clothes are always on the upstairs floors?
Do you know what? I think you're right.
They're never on the ground floors.
What happened to gender equality?
I mean,
Touchy subject.
I don't think it really makes a difference at all. I just kind of just wondered why.
Because we're gentlemen and we're more than happy to go upstairs. Make more effort to go to our purchases.
It's because men are more unfit.
They're trying to say something here.
These guys need stairs. Look at them.
Look at the averagely speaking, the British male needs a bit more exercise. So how do you feel about lifts?
I'm not too fussed about
well,
lifts. I quite enjoy a long lift ride.
Do you?
Like if it's going up and down a few floors, I quite enjoy that.
Do you really?
I do.
It's so awkward.
Why?
Because you go in, and I don't normally feel socially awkward. I can talk the hind legs off a donkey. But when I go into a lift, I'm going to call it an elevator. When I go into an elevator, say there's 4 or 5 people there, who you've never met before in your life. You walk in, and you have to stand with them, and not talk. Because if you speak to them, you're that guy. You're the weird guy in the elevator.
You're the guy that started a conversation in a lift.
Yeah, no one starts a conversation in the lift.
I mean, this is where headphones triumph again.
Oh, you're so right. I think headphones or earphones should be just worn in all shopping experiences.
I feel they should be. I mean,
I don't want to be antisocial.
No,
So
it's a difficult line to draw.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't know what it is, but generally, when I'm out and about with other people, if strangers start talking to someone in the group, it will be me.
Really?
They target me. I'll be out with my wife, they'll just walk straight past her and talk to me.
I'm not going to bring up the chronically normal thing again. No.
They just, no. They'll just start talking to me. So I kind of feel like I need headphones to just kind of average it out.
Right.
Just like,
While you're in the group.
There goes the guy that I would normally talk to. This is what the weirdo's thinking.
Yep.
There goes the guy I would normally talk to, but he's wearing headphones. So now he's kind of on the same level as these other people I wouldn't normally talk to.
Yeah. I just love how we're so dead set on not speaking to people. Is that wrong? What if you're in a public bathroom in a shop? Well, it could be anywhere, but as this is about shopping, you're in a public bathroom and someone starts talking to you.
Now that is unacceptable, even if you went into the bathroom with that same person.
Oh, yeah.
There's a rule.
So if you're having a conversation while you're walking into the bathroom, it should just stop immediately.
It should stop and commence as you're at the very least washing your hands.
Right, yeah. Yeah, not while you're doing any particular kind of business because
That's just wrong.
unhygienic.
I mean,
I'd feel a little violated.
exactly. I mean, I'm catching their germs just from them speaking to me.
It's unsettling me as we speak.
Yes, I don't get people, like, even at the cinema or something. You'll be there and you'll be, obviously as a guy, you stood there. And there'll be some blokes stood next to you and goes, "Oh, what do you think of the film?" Like,
I've never had that, thankfully.
I don't think anything of the film right now. All I'm thinking is I want to finish this pee as quickly as I possibly can.
Wash my hands and get away from
Wash
you.
my hands and get away from you. Yeah, exactly. You want to talk about the film? I loved the film. I'll talk to you about it outside. I'm not talking to you about it right here.
But if you then stopped talking and then waited until he'd got out of the gents and then commenced the conversation, he would find that odd.
Well, I mean, that's his problem, really.
Yeah.
I feel I've done the only rational thing in that instance.
I feel like this is a good opportunity to say if any of the subjects do affect our listeners, they can get in touch with us
Yes.
in the comments page.
Yes,
In the
comments. We also
comment
have
section below.
Instagram as well now.
There is an Instagram.
We're going like all social media aware as well.
Yeah,
You can follow the Irked podcast on Instagram.
you can.
You'll probably be the first person.
You know that we already have followers on the Instagram account, Michael.
We have how many?
Well, we just set it up, but we have 5.
We have
so
5.
far.
Okay, you can be the 6th person.
It's probably changed since we started recording to 1,000, probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I'm saying
that's
1,000.
likely considering how many views we got on the last video.
Yes. Yeah, we're aiming for 1 million subscribers by the end of the month.
Yes, exactly.
I feel like that's a realistic goal.
Yeah. I don't really have too much to say about that.
Michael disagrees. Right, okay. I can't believe I've skipped over this.
No,
I
we're in
must
for a
have missed
corker.
it. Because, do you know what I hate?
What do you hate, Zach?
I hate self-service machines.
Oh, yeah.
And I
okay.
just heard the whole nation go, yeah. Because, how can you like them? You put your item in the initial area.
In the bagging
then,
area? Or?
And you scan it.
Okay.
And it goes, oh, just hold on. Where does... Okay, now you can put it in the bagging area. So you put it in the bagging area, and it goes, please, can you just put that in the bagging area? And you're like, haha, yeah, nope, done that. Yep, done it. And so you wait for it to register that. More times than not, you have to call a member of staff over.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, oh, yes, I'll have to log in and just amend this. Why? If I was at a till... A member of staff at a checkout wouldn't... Sorry, I'm going on a bit of a rant at the moment. But they wouldn't, grab it and just stare at it for 5 minutes before putting it down into the bag, would they?
It's annoying because I feel like each individual self-service checkout at the different shops, they have their own set of rules.
Yeah.
Some you can only pick up one item at a time. And, scan one item, put one item down, wait for it to register, pick up the next. Because I think it goes on like a weight thing. So it detects how much originally and then kind of across.
Yeah.
What annoys me, I don't mind that so much. Because I'm like, okay, it doesn't work very well, but at least it follows its own rules.
If it's consistent and it does what it's meant to, fine.
Yeah. What annoys me is when, no matter what you do, this till just...
Yeah.
does not put anything
You
through.
literally feel like, graphic speech. There you go. I'm just gonna throw graphic speech. I'm gonna throw that phrase in there.
Either it's
Instead of describing.
not following its own rules, and it's just faulty.
Yeah.
Or it will you'll have something like I don't know, like a pack of wraps or something
Okay.
light, something very light. And then you scan it across, but of course there's no weight that it can measure. It's too light. And then it just
doesn't it? It
just,
should do, surely.
well, I don't know. I don't know how sensitive they are.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like anything we try and make as humans, we just absolutely fail at. Things break all the time. It's really annoying. They've got one job to do. You
Just-
can't do it.
Just make a working self-service checkout.
It really grates my cheese.
I do wonder how much money supermarkets have saved with self-service checkouts. I feel like one person on a till could serve 10 people faster than 10 self-service checkouts.
That's interesting and probably true. 10 though?
I mean, 10 self-service checkouts, because generally they're only for people buying a few items. There's always the weirdo there with the trolley, and it's like, why are you doing that to yourself? But, you know,
Sucker for punishment.
if there's like 10 people and they've got, say, 5 items each, 50 items, that takes a long time to get all the payment screen.
That's
and then
true.
10 machines to like go broken and say that they need a staff, because there's a staff member stood there anyway.
And there's only one staff member.
Exactly, they're stood there, so not only do they have to pay for the machines, they have to pay the staff member anyway.
That is true.
They may as well put them on a till,
Yeah.
and then they can sort it out themselves.
Yeah.
Cut out the middleman. But everywhere's got them, so I mean, my math must be wrong.
Not everywhere. The shop that I go to, which I can't actually say the name of.
Can we name it?
Can we? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, I'll just say it backwards. It's Idla.
Yes.
But I'm not actually saying which shop it is.
No.
It's great. It's really cheap, great products, fantastic. Till staff couldn't be more violent. you grab your bag and they scan it in. They're like chucking objects. They're throwing like glass jars of bolognese at your head, expecting you to catch them in the bag. That's not literal. That is an exaggeration.
That is a hyperbole.
Well, I'm not going there. That's how it feels. And it makes you look really bad for not being able to deal with it quick enough.
Oh, see, I quite like that. I quite enjoy that. That's the competitive side of me, I think.
What, do you deliberately slow down?
No, I don't deliberately slow down. I deliberately speed up.
Oh, it challenges you. And you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, bring
I'm
it on.
kind of like, yeah, you think you can scan faster than I can pack? Bring it on.
They can.
So I'll have the trolley set out. I have my bags ready in the trolley. Swing it round. So like anything they throw in, if I don't know what bag to put it in straight away, I'll just use the trolley as a net. Be like, right, I've got a lot of shopping today. I'm going to bag it afterwards. Right now, everything you scan is just in the trolley. That comes down to preparation as well.
That's true.
You got to put the heavy things.
Yeah.
At the front.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, I agree.
So you got to prepare your trolley before and after.
I feel like we are doing the nation a service
We are.
by helping them to
Tips for grocery shopping.
even fashion shopping.
Even fashion
shopping. Don't try on clothes.
Fashion shop? No. Not don't try on clothes entirely, because then you will go home with things that don't fit. Then you've got to go again.
Will you though? You have to know yourself well enough to know what size you are.
But then, I mean, it's so embarrassing if you have to go and get a bigger size. Like, if you need to go and you go home and it's too big, you can be like, oh, can I change this for a smaller one? And they go, yes, of course. Whereas if you're like, I'm bigger than I thought I was. You got to change it for a bigger size. I hate that.
I suppose it depends how much you fluctuate. How much you fluctuate.
How much you fluctuate. Hey.
Fluctuate.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Fluctuate. Yes, I see what you did there. What else irks you about shopping?
What irks me about shopping? Trolley etiquette.
Oh.
See?
Okay. Let's
See,
go for it.
everyone has just sighed. All of our
The whole nation
all
and
our
all of our one
listener,
has just sighed
our listener is just dying inside a little bit right now.
because they know.
If you're going around a shop, everybody knows the middle is to be kept clear.
Yeah.
You go to the
Well,
side,
you should.
whatever side of the aisle are the things you're wanting to buy.
Yes.
You put the trolley next to the things you're wanting to buy.
Of
You
course.
take them, you put them in a trolley, you move on.
Every time.
People who leave their trolleys in the middle of the aisle.
Deserved. Well.
Careful.
Well. You know it's true.
People who leave their trolleys in the middle of the aisle and then walk back and forth to the shelves. You all need to stop doing that immediately.
Yes. Yes, please seek professional help.
It's not. It's just not on, guys.
It's not the done thing.
It really isn't the done thing. And also, people who leave their trolley, I can understand leaving your trolley there for just like anything under a minute.
Wow,
No,
I mean,
like-
it even seems like a long time.
Like, I just need to nip across that aisle here. But you know, there's that kind of unofficial one-way system in shops.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You know, when you get to the end aisles near the till, there's always one person going the other way, and you're like, that's weird. Clearly, you're doing your shopping in an order different to the rest of us.
Should you not have stuck to the left-hand
Like,
side? As
everyone
you go around?
knows in this shop you buy bread last. Like, what?
You're not from around here,
Like,
are
yeah,
you?
exactly. Like, what are you doing with a loaf of Hovis as the first thing in your trolley?
First of all, it's light and spongy, and it will get destroyed.
Exactly. Which is
Second of
why
all-
you buy it last. Second of all, it's the last thing before the tills.
There is shop one-way system etiquette.
There is. So when you leave your trolley pointed the wrong way at the last one, and you leave it there for like 5-10 minutes, while you go around hopping and catching other bits from the shop, which again voids the point of a trolley.
Yeah.
You are in breach of trolley etiquette, and you should be escorted from the shop immediately.
Do you think it's a crime that's punishable by a court of law? Do you think it's something that something you can sue someone for? Because I feel like sometimes that is necessary.
I think that it shouldn't be anything that formal. Because that would cost a lot of money.
Maybe a slap on the wrist.
I think you should have the pound or token you used for the trolley confiscated.
Oh wow! And it would break their hearts, and they would never do it again.
Like, I mean, most trolley tokens do cost exactly £1. Anyone who spends more than £1 on a trolley token
It's very silly because you
is
can
very
just use
silly.
a pound.
Exactly. I mean, I don't understand. But yeah, you should have that taken away.
Yeah,
That is
okay.
not that. If you don't use a car properly, you have your car taken away. You have your license to drive taken away. If you don't use a trolley properly, you should have the pound, what is effectively the trolley driving license taken away.
A trolley driving license.
Yeah.
I love it. Can I see your identification, please? Yes, here you go.
Yes, there is a
Trolley
pound in
trolley.
my trolley.
What about queuing? How do you feel about queuing?
What do you feel we should just barge in?
Well, no, it's not. It's not. It's not that I don't want to just I want to just barge in. I can't stand having to wait for ages to. It makes me walk out of the shop.
Really?
Well, I just can't be bothered. Like, get some more staff.
Well, I do get where you're coming from, but at some point, like, the whole shop can't just be tills,
Why not?
because then there wouldn't be any space for products.
But you'd be in and out of there fast enough.
Oh yeah, you would.
What? You have like the snake kind of zigzaggy shape queuing areas. Oh, it just feels like it takes forever to get through there. I feel
Yeah.
like if the staff at Idla were to shop at other, perhaps fashion shops,
well known.
where the well-known ones, where you have the zigzaggy, snaky type queuey places, I feel like if the staff worked there, they would just get the job done a lot better.
But I mean, the zigzaggy, queuey type places, they're not suited for trolleys. Like, you'd have to have big zigzags for them.
No, but I mean, I never use a trolley anyway because I'm just shopping for one. So, well, technically two if you count my cat.
Oh, that's just gotten sad quite quickly. I was like,
I don't think it's.
well, I thought
sad?
it was
I've been
fine, but
saying
then
it.
you mentioned the cat. I was just like, oh. It's like,
What is wrong with me shopping for myself and my cat? I feel like that's okay. It's an okay statement to make, without feeling sad. But no, what I'm saying is, if say you've got 5 items, and you take it to the tills, why can't they just do it like the previous staff mentioned earlier? Where
just kind of lob them at you.
I know they'll be throwing it at your face.
But they get the job done.
Yeah, I kind of think that's okay, because at least with the clothes, it's not a jar of bolognese. It's not going to knock you out.
Nothing that can hurt.
No, the clothes can just hang off you
A
as
pair of jeans
as it
might,
launched
but-
at you.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, the worst lines though. The times you wait most is at banks. If you have to go into the bank for something,
Oh,
and there's the staff behind the glass.
right.
Okay, why are there 4 windows with only one person there? And you're waiting there, and there's like 5-10 people in the line, and there's one person working, and I feel bad for them, because it's not like they're just doing a little bit of shopping. They've got to talk to them. They've got to work things out. They've got to sort things.
Yeah.
You know, it's paying cash in, doing whatever. But then there's other staff just milling about. And that's what irks me. Someone will come past and be like, "Oh, she'll be with you in a minute." I'm like,
No,
"And
she'll
what are
be
you
with
doing?
me now.
What are you doing? Go and help."
Sit down, log in, talk to me.
Exactly. Look, there's 4 other pods ready and waiting for you.
Why?
Why are you not helping?
Yeah. Use your time more wisely.
Yeah.
What I hate as well is the machines, again, self-service machines, but the ones at banks. So, I'm talking about ATMs, but I'm talking about the ones where you can deposit cash and checks into.
I never used them. I've never used them. I don't trust them.
I'm genuinely considering not using them ever again and just going to the. But the problem is that there's never a queue for those things.
No, that's
There's always
that's
a
where they
queue to
get
speak
you,
to
isn't it?
people.
There's always like a dozen of them as well.
You can't win.
I mean, I've never gone into a bank and seen all of those machines being used.
No.
Because there's like a couple ATMs, a couple things for checks, and the random people that still use
And the
checks.
coin thingy.
There's like the coin one and the normal ones and whatever, and like the travel money and all of that. They're never all being used. Because people go in there and go, "Oh, they don't work properly." Then they queue up for poor Doris working behind the counter.
But at least Doris is a human being with a brain who doesn't go, "Hold on, there's a corner folded over on this 20. I'm not sure I can take it."
Exactly. At least Doris does the job.
Because that's what the machines do.
Poor Doris, you know, she's only got one pair of hands.
It really,
She can only work so fast.
yeah, it really grates my cheese.
You love that saying, don't you?
I do. I'm endeavouring to use it more in everyday conversation. Yeah, it really lassos my bull. I feel like that's a bad one.
I don't think it's a good one.
I'll keep trying.
Yeah.
Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just give up. What else could really irritate you about the shopping experience? So be it shops that have to do things a particular way, or people that do things in a. Do you know what? I think maybe we kind of mentioned this before with when people walk in front of you. This is what gets me about trolley etiquette.
Yes.
Because it's not just about where you leave your trolley, it's about where you go with your trolley. If someone's walking towards your general space, don't walk in front of them with a trolley. Don't do that. Like, how annoying is that?
Yeah, that's not on.
It's not on. Makes you if you can see that someone is coming, then you go and you make way for them. You don't move in front of them with a trolley.
You actually, you stop. You like, oh, okay, you're walking this way. I will wait.
Precisely. And also, when I move out of someone's way, it's very rare that I'll get a thank you, and that saddens me.
Yeah. Even rarer when you're wearing headphones.
I mean, then how do you know if someone's...
Well, precisely. So we've covered, I think, trolley etiquette quite well, and the staff and everything. What about other people you are shopping with?
Other people you're shopping with?
Because if you
My
go
goodness
shopping...
me, I hadn't even considered that.
If you go shopping with people...
Yeah.
It can be brilliant. It can be a lot of fun. You need to go shopping with the same type of people, or people who shop the same way that you do.
I feel like it can really be a test of your friendship.
It can.
Or relationship.
It can be a test of your marriage. If you go shopping with
Careful,
someone,
Michael.
No, I'm on one now. I'm going for it.
Uh-oh.
Some people like to go in shops and look at everything.
Yeah.
Now, there's nothing wrong with going in a shop and looking at everything if that's what you want to do. However, if you go shopping with someone like me, I like to know what I'm shopping for before I even go in there.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm going in to buy a pair of jeans, I'm not going to look at the t-shirts. I'm not going to look
Why
at...
would you? You don't want a t-shirt.
I'm not going to look at the
jeans.
socks. I'm not going to look at the belts. I'm not going to look
Your
at...
sock drawer is fully stacked. You've got enough pants.
I'm not going to do any of that.
You just want a pair of jeans.
It's like, jeans, right. Jeans aisle, lovely. I don't like those, I don't like those, I don't like those. I'm going to ignore those 3 sets.
Yep.
Oh, I like these.
They're
Are
my
these the
size.
right price? They're okay.
Yep.
Are these the right size? Yes, they are.
And you
Do I
just-
need to try them on? No, I don't. I will buy these.
It's that simple.
It's dead easy. Then there's the other kind of people. Now, the other kind of people, you know who you are. You like to go to shops and you like to look at everything. Because you don't know what you're going in that shop to buy.
Oh, dangerous.
It could be anything.
Mm.
So, I mean, it's not a bad process. If you don't know what you're going to buy, but you're going to buy something, of course you must look through the whole shop. In fact, it's quite thorough. It's quite responsible from that point of view. Going
To
into a
look
shop
at
not
everything.
knowing what you're wanting to buy, you need to have a look at everything they do.
Yeah.
But a responsible person knows you need to go into a shop knowing exactly what you want to buy.
Yeah. Otherwise, why are you going to the shop?
Exactly.
Are you going in just to see how much money you can accidentally spend today?
And exactly right. So you're going to spend money you don't need to necessarily. I mean, perchance you might happen upon something you're like, oh, actually, I genuinely need one of them. But that is very rare, if ever.
I will say, I think I should use perchance more in conversation.
I think you should. I think you should use that instead of grates my cheese.
Well, perchance I did. Would you prefer it?
I would.
All right. But it doesn't really substitute the expression, though.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, it's still something a
better.
bit quirky to say.
Perchance I started using a pun in every sentence.
Perchance.
That's secretly what I wish I could do and get away with socially. I feel like puns aren't really... Like, I kind of want them to be acceptable, and when I say a pun, I find it amusing. But when someone else says a pun, I realise how unfunny puns are.
Puns are only funny to
It
yourself.
makes me sad. Yeah, it's really upsetting.
I think it's just because we get the little kick out of having thought of it ourselves.
I would say that is a very...
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
very
actually find
astute.
them that funny. I just think, I thought of words.
Wee.
Wee.
So, on that note, I suppose it's probably time to end the episode.
Yes, thank you very much, everybody, for listening. Don't forget to
Like and subscribe.
subscribe. Look
Yep.
at the Instagram account. Look, we're getting all like high tech and social media wise and everything. It's all bigger and better.
Don't be afraid to fall in love with us.
or Zach, for the very least, I'm taken. Not that anyone would.
Don't single me out him. What? Oh, with you?
Yes,
Michael.
with me.
Oh, I love you, Michael. I don't care if you're married.
Save.
What just happened?
No, I don't know.
Thank you for listening. I've been Zach,
I've been Michael.
and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.